Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving into The Love You Give Me. We're diving into episode 11. I just finished reacting to episode 10, and it was an episode full of just pure sweetness and heartwarmingness and just happiness, and it was so nice to see, but also makes me nervous because I've watched enough series to be skeptical or to be just on my guard for the emotional gut punch that might be waiting around the corner, since they gave me so much happiness last episode. But who knows, maybe we won't be getting a gut punch. Maybe we'll just have to wait and see, but we're gonna dive in and find out. Lord, please don't let there be a gut punch. Okay, so once again, another really sweet, happy, heartwarming episode. I love to see it, but it just makes me more nervous about what potentially could be lurking around the corner. Like, But again, I'm hoping that it will just be light and pleasant. But yeah, there were just a lot of light, pleasant shenanigans. We had Minhui trying to learn how to bake because she doesn't want to embarrass Shen Shen. Get it. I get it. She was not very successful at the baking at first, which is understandable. It's a new skill that she's not yet cultivated, and it doesn't come as easy for everybody. I know that there are times, I've been baking for a long time, and there are times when I try a new recipe, I'll follow it exactly as it's written down, and it'll just turn out not great. I'm like, what happened? And then, next time around, I'll change something here, I'll change this ingredient, or I'll add a little bit more of this, and it works out perfectly. Trial and error. That's cooking, that's baking, that's a lot of just life in general. So it's understandable that she was maybe not quite a natural at the whole baking thing. I feel like it's common sense. If what you're baking turns black in the oven, you should probably take it out. You should probably take it out long before then, because it's probably starting to smell like it's wanting to burn before it actually gets to that brick-like state. So you should probably take it out of the oven. But that's just me. But it was sweet, and I'm glad to see that Jinxi did not take Minhui not asking him or not telling him about the party at kindergarten poorly, because I was worried that might be the case. But as soon as he didn't take it poorly, he just seemed kind of okay with it. I knew that he was going to make it. I knew he was going to leave whatever business trip he was on early and make it to this party. It sucked to see the kids not being very receptive of her cupcakes because of how hard she worked. But kids are ruthless like that. And the cupcakes, like, for me, yeah, they look great. They look fine. They looked like they were well baked, but they weren't showroom ready cupcakes, okay? They were just plain old cake, which is delicious. Some people like plain old cake, but for kids, like, I feel like a lot of kids eat with their eyes first. So you've got to dazzle them. You've got to, not saying you've got to make the most intricate design, put Elsa on each cupcake or something like that, but something, a little frosting, a little powdered sugar, a little something. You gotta do something. Just handing them a plain old cupcake in a wrapper, like, here you go, when they're surrounded by all these other options that look so visually appealing, it's like they're probably not going to opt for it. So felt bad for her in that instance because she tried so hard. But then Jinxi kind of came in and saved the day to keep Shen Shen from being embarrassed, which is really what both of them want, what they were both here for. They didn't want to embarrass him. So Jinxi came in, kind of saved the day, but then he also recognized that Minhui had worked hard on the cupcake, so he's like, hey, come here, little boy. And I think that was a very valuable lesson that he was teaching Shen Shen there, where it's like, sometimes, even though there might be more visually appealing options, whether it's food or whatever it is, your mommy worked hard on this, and it's good to let people know who've worked really hard on a task that they did good, that you appreciate their efforts, that you appreciate everything they did, even if it wasn't the big success that they had hoped for still. So they went over and just made her feel good. Like, hey, your cupcakes, they don't look like anything to call home about, but they taste good. And then she's like, oh my God, yeah, they're actually edible. Okay, yes. And it was another sweet little family moment. Then they went and made some cakes decorating, and it was a sweet family moment. They're just family moments full of sweetness. Love to see it. Meanwhile, we have Miss Cow and her shenanigans. First, she was in her little swim lesson. She's finally in the pool, but he's not in the pool. And she's like, I swear to God, if I don't find a way to get this man in the pool with me, I'm going to eat my hat. So then she pretends to drown, and he takes off his shirt and comes diving in. And she's like, oh, praise Jesus. And then when he's off getting her water, another little girl starts drowning. So she jumps into action as any person would. Like, oh, okay, we've got to help. And we even saw one of the other like swim instructors diving in after her. But Miss Cow got to the girl first, and that revealed that she was not quite so truthful when she said she needed swim lessons. But then they went to the bar, and she's like, look, you lied to me, I tricked you, let's call it even, let bygones be bygones. And they were doing their shots or drinking whatever. I guess the alcohol hit him very, very quickly because he was feeling some type of way, and he was very bold, and he's like, he just laid a kiss on her, and I'm like, oh Lord, not the drunken kiss thing. But whatever, we're gonna let it be. And then we end up back at her place where he's in a bathtub, fully dressed in a tub full of water because he's drunk off his ass and blowing rubber duckies, and she's just out here videotaping and having the time of her life. And then he pulls her into the tub and it's like, can I kiss you? And I'm like, thank you. Even though you're drunk, you're still kind of asking for permission, consent. Thank you. You didn't for the first kiss, but whatever. Thank you. And she's like, no, but I can kiss you. And I'm like, baby, he's drunk. No. Then they start making out, and I'm like, okay, Lord, they're going to town. But they didn't do anything past that. I don't know if she would have had he been capable, but she was like, you were too drunk to do anything. So I don't know if that was because he was actually drunk and incapable of doing the things, or if she was like, I'm not going to take advantage of a drunk person. I like to believe it was the second, but who knows? But yeah, they are adorable. Everything in this is adorable. All that I really feel bad for right now is, Dr. Xiao, who's continuing to get his feelings hurt a little bit. Not intentionally. No one's out here stringing him along or using him or anything like that. He just has feelings for Minhui. And, the heart wants what it wants. And I think he's kind of tuning into, or at least he's coming into these moments. He's seeing these moments between them and getting the idea that they are a happy family unit and wanting to get back together. And I don't think that they are mentally there yet, where they are conscious that they want to get back together, like I was saying last episode, but they're getting to that comfort level where the idea is not repulsive. Like even Miss Cow presented it to her earlier in the episode. It was like, he gave you these shoes. Oh, maybe he's trying to court you, maybe. And she's like, no, we've got too many problems. She's like, well, fix your problems. And she's like, no, maybe it's just not a good idea for us to have any relationship right now. But she didn't seem repulsed and offended by the idea of dating Jinxie. She was just like, we've got a lot of things going on. We've got a lot of history. So I don't know if it's a good idea right now. But, there's hope. There's hope. So I think that Xiao just keeps stepping in on these moments where their guards are down and they're just enjoying each other. And as an outsider looking in, he's like, oh, they really do like each other. They're getting back together, and it's hurting his feelings because, he obviously he's been here for years, been the support system, the crying shoulder, this, that, the other, helped take care of Chen Chen. And it's just like, not that entitles him to anything, but he's invested so much time and his feelings have grown so much. So to see someone else kind of just swoop in and take the girl that you've got these deep feelings for, it sucks. So again, I hope he comes to the realization that he is not the one for her sooner rather than later, so that we can stop seeing him have these moments of emotional devastation. I would like that. But yeah, another cute episode. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed too. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. Anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. Don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Mwah.
Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. There was a time we had it all. The darkness took over, and we started to fall. Hey, the feelings I had for you, they never left. And now I'm standing here, stranded. Lost with no vision of how we used to be. Standing here, stranded. Standing here, stranded. Ooh, yeah. I was drowning, suffocating. When you pulled me out for air, I was running through the fire in the mountains that I can't breathe without you. It's hard to see without you. Can't breathe without you. No, I can't live. No, I can't live without you. It's hard to see without you. Can't breathe without you. Now we're together, there's nothing